Hello, how are you? I'm Arvind again with you. You should. Today I'm going to start first flight for class 10 CBSE. Okay, and before teaching you, I would like to tell you some important quotations given by Alexander Pope. You should know that Alexander Pope was a famous satirist in English literature. Before Alexander Pope, John Dryden was the great satirist in English literature, and John Dryden's famous work are Macflecknoe, Religio Laici, Medal, Hind and the Panther, and Shadwell was his famous character. Okay, so listen to me. I am telling about Alexander Pope. Alexander Pope has written some famous books: Rape of the Lock, Dulciet, Essay on Men, Essay on Criticism. In Essay on Criticism, Alexander Pope says, "To err is human, to forgive divine." This is the famous line. The meaning of this line is, if there is a human being, he may make mistake. Okay, and if a man makes mistake, it should be forgiven. Okay, forgive, to forgive it. Okay, so it is the line from Essay on Criticism. Okay, now I'm telling you, Alexander Pope has also told, a little knowledge is dangerous thing. This is also a famous quotation, and he says, the proper study of mankind is man. This is also the famous line by Alexander Pope. Okay, as you know, I'm going to start your session, and today I'm going to start the first lesson. As you know, English is very easy subject. If you go through it, if you read it attentively, you can easily obtain good marks in English. Okay, I will explain the lesson in English, and you should grab the language. You should try to get it. It will help you to write questions. It will, because you are asked inner questions from the lesson. So line by line explanation is very essential. It is very necessary, and I think you have started your new session, and let us start the lesson. Today, I am going to teach you a letter to God. The heading of the story is really surprising. There is a person who writes a letter to God. Why? Why? Listen to me. I am telling you, God is omnipresent, means everywhere. God is omnipotent, He is very powerful, and God is omniscient. Okay, He knows everything. So God is everywhere. But we believe in God, it's also good. But blind faith is quite useless. Sometimes we should use our common sense. God is Almighty, we all know. And we should know that the person who believes in the existence of God is called theist. The person who does not believe in the existence of God is atheist. Okay? So, faith in God is good, but blind faith without any reason is really not good. Okay? In this story, there is a farmer, there is a peasant, his name is Lencho. He is an ox-off man, he is working hard in his field, and he lives on the crest of a low hill, and his whole crop was destroyed, and out of an utterly hopeless situation, he decided to write a letter to God. We will read everything in this lesson. Okay, so let us start the lesson. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. Okay, from this height one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with flowers that always promised a good harvest. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour or at least a shower. Throughout the morning, Lencho who knew his field intimately, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. Okay, so in the first paragraph we get the description of Lencho's house. In the whole valley, there was a house. It was on the height of a low hill. Okay, and from that house or from that hill, one can see everything. One can see river, one can see field. Okay, and the field was full of ripe corn. Okay, and on corn there were white flowers. It simply indicates that there would be a good harvest. Okay, there were there, and but one thing that strikes in the mind of Lencho, his field needed water, rain. Okay, it may be of heavy downpour or at least shower. It is needed for his field because he knows his field very closely, intimately, and throughout the morning, Lencho had been waiting for rain, and he always see towards northeast because the clouds will appear from that side. That's why he was waiting, he was thinking, because he knows his field very closely, very intimately. Now, the cornfield requires water or rain. Now, after that, Lencho asked his wife, now we are really going to get some water, woman. Lencho asked his wife, and he says to his wife, there will be water, some water. And his wife replied, the woman who was preparing supper replied, yes, God willing. The older boys were working in the field, while the smaller ones were playing near the house until the woman called to them all, come for dinner. Okay, so Lincoln's wife replied, it depends upon God's will. And his older son were working in the field. Whose older son? Lencho's and his wife, older son, were working in the field, and smaller sons were playing near the house. In the meantime, Lencho's wife called her son for dinner. It was during the meal that, just as Lencho had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. Okay, you should know that Lencho knows it well that it is about to rain. He has predicted, he has foretold, okay? And while they were eating, big drops of rain began to fall, okay? In the north east, huge mountain of clouds could be seen approaching. The air was fresh and sweet. The men went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. Okay? And when he returned, he exclaimed, these aren't raindrops falling from the sky, they are new coins. The big drops are 10-cent pieces and little ones are 5. Okay, so Lencho saw in northeast direction. He saw the huge clouds of black mountains are approaching. Okay, and the air was fresh, it was sweet, and they, the sons of Lencho, they are out of their home and they enjoyed rainwater. Okay, so and these rainwaters were new coins. Okay, and big drops of water are like 10 cents, and little drops of water are known as are like 5 cents. Okay, so it was good up to, it was very good. The rain had started. Okay, with a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with white flowers trapped in a curtain of rain. But suddenly a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. These truly did resemble new silver coins. The boys, exposing themselves to rain, ran out to collect the frozen pearls. So now Lencho was satisfied. Okay, because his fields required rain and it started to rain. The whole field, the whole field was covered of rain. Okay, but what happens? There is some change. Listen carefully. This is after some time, the it started to blow hard. Okay, and the strong wind started to blow. Okay, and the rain turned into hailstones. Okay, and it was like new silver coins. The boys came out of their house, ran out to collect frozen fields means ice, snow. They started to collect ice. Okay, but what happens? It is not really. It's really getting bad now, exclaimed the maid. Lencho said it is not good for his harvest, it is not good for his cornfield. Okay? According to Lencho, the rain would stop quickly. I hope it passes quickly. It did not pass quickly for an hour. The hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. The field was white as if covered with salt. Okay? So after some time, it continued, hailstones continued, and within an hour, the whole cornfield, whole valley were filled with white, white snow, or you can say it seems like salt. Okay, not a leaf remained on the tree. The corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plants. Lencho's soul was filled with sadness when the storm had passed. He stood in the middle of the field and said to his son, okay, as a result of hailstorm, as a result of snow or ice, nothing was left on the field. Okay, the trees on the field became leafless. The corn was fully destroyed. Okay, and now there were no flowers on corn. Okay, and his heart filled with sadness. When the storm had passed, Lencho stood in the middle of the field and he said, what did he say? A plague of locusts would have left more than this. Means plague of locusts, it is a kind of insect, okay, which destroy the field, which destroy the crop. But according to Lencho, a plague of locusts would not have destroyed the whole field as this hailstone destroyed. Okay, the hailstone had left nothing, and this hailstone left nothing. This year we will have no corn, and his whole crop was destroyed now. They will have no corn in this year. The night was a sorrowful one. All our work for nothing. There is no one who can help us. We will go hungry this year. And at that night was a sleepless night for Lencho. He worked hard on his field, but he will get nothing. And who will help him in this situation? Who will help Lencho and his family? Because they have to go hungry for the whole year. Okay, so up to here, I'm just going to stop it, and tomorrow I will teach you further parts of lesson. So you get some inner questions here. You should practice on this question. What did Lencho hope for? Why did Lencho say the raindrops were like new coins? How did the rain change? What happened to Lencho's field? What were Lencho's feeling when the hail stopped? Okay, so up to here I would like to leave you. So I think you should take the book while you are going through the video. It will help you to understand the meaning of the sentence. Thank you.